everyone, and welcome to the amazing podcast of the authors of Rising Relentlessly. Today, I have Nichole, and I am so excited to have her dive into her why, her yes, and all the parts. She just turned in her final chapter, all edited. Everything is done, everything is ready, and now we just get to record all the beautiful podcasts and get ready to release the book. April 22nd, 2026,
Yes.
Earth Day. And we went with Earth Day this year because
Yes, we did.
originally with Rooted to Rise, we did 420, but
hmm
this book is more organic in my opinion. So, Nichole, can you please introduce yourself?
Hi, my name's Nichole Hemming, and I'm from Denver, Colorado. I am a mom of five and just out here trying to help promote and push the education and the amazingness of what cannabis can really help with people.
I love that. Yes, Nichole and I are the Colorado girls of this anthology, so there's a lot of connection there. Well, I think we should just dive in because you have such an amazing story. And though they're not going to get to hear all of the story, they get to have a few
Yes.
tastes. And so this is a taste testing process of just really diving into you as an individual. So can you please tell me what inspired you to say yes to being a part of this book?
Actually, what inspired me was my amazing friend Amy Hicks was one of the authors within the first book. And not only does her passion just day to day inspire just kind of everybody around her, but to see how much that her voice, how much her story really did truly impact people around her within the industry. So it was kind of an easy yes after seeing what it had done with like her story and everything. It was beautiful.
Yes, and she's our amazing designer who designed
Yes.
every cover you're seeing actually right now,
Every single
except for
cover.
that one.
Yes.
So she is the designer of all of these. And so her heart, part of her story as a designer is the cover of this amazing book. So I love that. Amy's been very inspirational in my path as well. So we share that. Before writing, what fears or hesitations did you have about telling your story publicly? Like this is your legacy forever. So once it's
Right.
out there, it's out there.
I guess at first, and what really did help was talking it through with Amy, everything else. What made it hard was the fact of you don't really know if somebody actually really wants to hear your story. Everybody has a story, but are you going to connect and captivate your audience? And I think that that was probably one of my biggest fears for coming on is my story good enough? And I learned that it is like it has positively impacted people to show them not to give up.
Oh, I love that. Yes, pass it on. So how did the writing process surprise you?
It surprised me in the fact that when I was going through it, I had to recount all the events that took place during it. And it was a deep, intimate thing for myself because it showed me that with my story, it didn't happen to me, it happened for me. It wasn't about the one small event that led to how I got into the industry. It was an overall thing where it catapulted me into such an amazing industry that's also helped me grow as a human all around.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, life happens for us.
Yes.
And I love that you pointed it out because that's really what I hope people take from the writing experience is, we all carry bits and pieces of like victimhood or like unresolved, parts of it. And really like a lot of gratitude starts coming when you sit with yourself and you share your story. It's super cathartic. I love that part about writing. So with that, what part of your story was the hardest to write and why? Is there a single hardest point?
Yeah, the hardest part to write was actually going back to the beginning and stuff and really having to take a deep dive into, those the traumatic events that led me to the cannabis industry and stuff. That was probably the hardest part because it's just it was opening up all those the doors that you don't really want to take a deep dive in, but like I said, it was very beautiful, kind of like for your soul. Like it was, you're healing yourself without really realizing that you're healing yourself.
Mhm. I think writing is probably one of the most healing things you can do because it
Mm-hmm.
forces you to sit in it and generate words that maybe you've never told yourself. And I feel like
Right.
when you write a chapter or a book or whatever, you're telling your story first. Did that feel familiar to you? That you,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. And to go back and like, because you're constantly rereading, you're proofreading, you're doing different things. And it was just, you kept going back to the same thing. And it was like, it really, the universe just kind of putting you back in that situation for like healing purposes. And it really was a beautiful experience.
Yes, beautifully hard. Was there a moment during writing when something clicked or shifted for you personally?
Yeah, just like, oh my God, I'm gonna be like a published author. Like if the situation when all this transpired, when it's starting off when I was 26 years old, if you would have told me like by the time you're 40 years old, you're gonna be like a published author, you're gonna be doing all that, like it was a whole like, oh my God, like my story can actually impact people in a positive way. And like I'm getting my voice out there, something I didn't think that anybody would really care for or anything. And if you would have told me that when all this happens, that I would be here in a handful of years and actually appreciate going through that, I think that was kind of the aha moment for me.
I love that. How did the support of James and Ashley Elizabeth and me and Amy impact you through this process? Like, what was it like to work with all of us?
It was amazing working with you guys. Like, even still to this day, any questions that we have, anytime that we need anything, like all of my answers have been, or questions have been answered in a very quick matter of time. It's literally always like, here, it's a Zoom call away, it's a phone call away. Like, yeah, message me and I'll get back. And just being able to have somebody there that's been through the process of like the book writing and everything to be able to help kind of guide me, since this was my first time like on this path, it really was helpful.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
It was our honor and continues to be our honor to get your story out there. So, with that, what did you learn about yourself by writing this chapter in terms of not just that, oh, wow, I'm going to be an author, but was there any shift or any lessons that happened that maybe were just waiting for you to just grab from the writing process?
I mean, really, the lessons that I learned and that I wanted to grab from the writing process is that I wanted more. Like it would have, like to know how much to be able to, that this one situation in my life, it can be so relatable to so many different people without necessarily going through it. That this is only one story, so there's so many more stories. Like it's really, this is one story, but it's like a chapter and like a whole thing of stories. Like, why not do my own anthology?
I love that. Yeah, oftentimes people get ideas to write their own book or they
Mhm.
want to create, become curators of anthologies and like build
Right.
community around a particular chapter of their life or so I love hearing that because we love to write. What do you hope readers will take away from your chapter? Is there like a main theme or a message, or was there a mission going into that?
What I really want people to take away from my chapter is that you are not a victim, that every situation you can literally rise from it in such a positive, influential way. And that really, like, that is just a momentary slip in life that really can lead to such amazing things, because this has not only led me to this amazing book, but it's all my continued studies afterwards. I've never been so influenced by something in my entire life. And I am very grateful to this book, because once again, I'm having to circle back around from everything from the beginning, and how lucky I truly am that I feel that like I've gone through all this. It's been an amazing experience altogether. It really has.
You're definitely going to see the theme throughout this entire book, all of these podcasts, everything, that rising relentlessly truly is the foundation of
It
everyone's
really is.
story. It's
Yeah.
kind of crazy that, so just to educate people, the titles come before the chapters are written. We get together, we do gatherings, we talk to each other, we get those feelings, and then before the chapters are even written, that like theme, that central feeling, that message, that mission comes out in the book title. The same thing happened with Rooted to Rise. And I just love that you use the word rise because you truly
Mhm.
have been rising relentlessly all of these years. And I think that,
Yep.
and I hope that writing your chapter supports rising even more. So
Hmm.
super proud of you.
Thank
Um,
you.
how has being a part of an anthology versus like maybe your own book, like what are your thoughts or feelings about having started being an author through an anthology first versus
I
writing a
think
book?
it's amazing. If
Mhm.
anything, if you are unsure about whether or not like you want to do a whole book, you want to do anything, what's nice is that it's a little bit more than just sticking your toes in like the water and stuff, because you're still a published author, you still have a whole chapter. But it's nice because not only do you like are you kind of getting a taste of what it would be to do an entire book by yourself, but the support from not just James, Ashley, Amy, and you. Ultimately, it's the support of the group. It's all of us together kind of learning each other's stories, backgrounds. A lot of us, this is our first time doing something like this. And it really has been like a really supportive, amazing experience just to do that with a group of people in an anthology versus doing it by yourself for the first time. So it was a nice step.
I love that. Well, if someone's listening and they're unsure if they
Mhm.
should share their own story, and I know you've touched on it, but from your heart, what would you want them to know if they just felt that tug? Oh, I want to share my story too, but they're really kind of trepidatious or there's fear or all of those things. What would you like to say from your heart about sharing somebody else's or having them share their story?
In all honesty, like there's somebody out there that wants to hear your story. There's somebody that relates there. And if anything, like every story you learn from, you can learn to grow from it. So if somebody else decides to go out and write their story, they should. Like, don't be scared. Don't keep it to yourself. You can really help somebody else grow as a human just by speaking up and being able to say your story. They can relate to it. They maybe if they don't know from the beginning or whatever, your point of view, just you expressing it through your story, it can change somebody else's mind. Like there's a lot of positivity that can really happen just by, in all honesty, I kind of find it as an effective form of communication.
I love that. So
Mm-hmm.
you mentioned that it was 26-year-old Nichole. Am I
Yes.
right? Okay. So with
Yes.
that, I always like to ask a question that
Mm-hmm.
is special just for you. What would you tell 26-year-old Nichole about this experience?
You're amazing. You are a good mom. You work and fight so hard, and that this will not beat you, that it's for you. And you have no idea how much you're going to rise as a person.
Thank you so much. I look forward to everyone hearing your words and really just attaching to your heart, to your just the love that you just give to everyone that you ever connect with. And that is something that I find so beautiful about you. I am truly
Thank
honored
you.
to have walked this journey with you. And Nichole will be putting all of her links, any places where you want to connect with her, whether it's social or anything that she wants to share. It will be in with her podcast. So please feel
Mhm.
free to connect with her. And we just look so forward to you all grabbing a copy of the book. If you want a personally signed copy from her, please ask and reach out because those make it a little bit more special because she gets to hand it to you personally. So thank you so much,
Mhm.
Nichole, for sharing this time with us.
No,
And
thank you.
looking forward to you in your second podcast as a best-selling author.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Thank you, everyone.